god! Hey guys, this is Remy. This is my Miata MX-5 or roadster. I had this car already for approximately 13 years now. And in the beginning I did a lot of modifications to it and I loved it. You know, life happened and I just left it there and it's not really in a very good state. All of this, look at this, even the whole window here. It's like rusting, it's everywhere. You can see there's even like a vegetation growing on here. Oh my god, what is this? So we're gonna work on this car and bring it back to life. And honestly, I don't know how to fix this. So I have a couple of friends that help me out. So this is Ka, an old friend who loves to work on cars. And this is Martin, also a long-time friend, and this is his place where we can work on the car.
Fixing the car?
It's been repaired here a little bit. So now it's time to see how bad it really is. And it's not looking good. So before we got started, I already ordered some repair panels which we can use to repair some of the parts where we already thought that they wouldn't be too good. It's time to get this project started and get it back to its old glory. Here we're inspecting the driver's side's quarter panel and we think it looks pretty okay. But little did we know what was under there. This doesn't seem too bad. So here, this feels really weak. So we have to remove the side skirt, which we bolted on the bottom. So we got to remove these screws. Oh my god. This is not looking good, is it? Even this. It's like the structural part, I think. Is it not?
The inner structure is still hard. Oh,
Or not?
or not.
Are you still saying it's not that bad? Uh-oh. Some of these bolts have to be removed with an angle grinder. So, remove the side skirt. What are we seeing under this? It's not too bad. I think, maybe. A little bit of rust, but... Oh yeah, here. Oh! Yeah, it's just dirt. So, yeah, so these screws here, that broke off, these are for the front panel. Nice. So we have to drill them out as well. A real amateur at work here, trying to figure out which parts are hard and which are rusted. So time to clean up and see how far the rust extends. Okay, so this seems pretty okay. So we can use this. We can use this.
Yep.
So we can use that to weld this panel on. So hopefully that works. And then, yeah, so you can see this is the weak part of the Miata or the MX-5. That's something that rusts a lot. So yeah, not really surprised that this is happening, especially because we didn't do a lot to it. So you can see here, So this is the rust. Yeah, this is not good. Ayah! Let's just do it. Let's grind this sill off and hopefully there are no more nasty surprises under there. Okay, so there are some spot welds in here that we need to get off, so we can get this off and then cut this. As we didn't have the right tools, we had to do it the hard way. So we're removing all the rusty parts because those have to be gone, and then we have clean metal to work with. So it's almost off. We're just using violence now to get it off. Let's go, let's do it. Get it off. We cut off a lot, but there's still this part that we have to get off. And it's spot welded. It's really hard to get off, I don't know how. So we need to get this off. This part we need to get off. What's this?
Patch panel.
So while I was struggling to get this thing off, Ka already decided to work on the replacement panel. Bump it! Bump it! Ka thinks it's a good idea to make some indentations in here because it looks a little bit like what it was. Kami is trying to fabricate it right there. Well, you can see us really struggling to get this thing off. Having the proper tools is so important, like a spot weld drill in this case, but we have to do it with the angle grinder. Nice. Finally this thing off. And let's test the new patch panel that Ka made.
Ja. Moet ook wat meer buiten. Ik ben gewoon.
Yeah. Okay, so we finally got this thing off. It took way too much time. But yeah, I mean, I don't have experience with it, so I think we did pretty well for like cutting up the car. My car for the first time. Oh, my car! Look at it! So I think we should clean it up now. And prepare it a little bit better. Yeah, let's do it. So we're fitting on the new plate, maybe, yeah. Which Ka made himself. So we're test fitting this new panel and hammering it into place and shape, so it fits properly. She's not bad, she's not bad, she's not bad. The patch panel was a little bit too big, so we have to grind it down and make it fit. And afterwards we can start with the welding.
Klasse.
Lasse.
Lassie.
Lasse. Lessing.
Lassie.
You going to less it?
Lassie.
Lekker lessen. So Ka already has a little bit of experience with welding, and that is very helpful. Nice welds or not?
Very nice.
Ayah. Ayah. Ayah.
Ik ben ook niet een pro-lasserd.
These are not the nicest welds, I agree.
Lelijk.
But it's stuck in there, so let's grind it down and make it nice and smooth. After the welding and grinding, we're adding a coat of primer to protect the bare metal from rusting again. And some body sealant to make sure that there's no moist coming in. Okay, so this was day 1 and we made progress, so I'm happy about that. We got the thing out, we have something in, but there's so much more to do. Oh my god! Day 2. So today we're gonna continue with this part. See, there's already a little bit of rust coming back, but we're gonna put on the panel, maybe grind off a little bit more on the top and see what's behind there, and maybe on the back side, so we can see what we have there. Don't know. Hope it's not that bad. So we cleaned this up a little bit here, so make it nice and straight. And we're gonna cut this down, and then we're gonna weld it on like this. It's starting to rain, so we moved inside. So what are you doing?
Making this piece of junk fit.
Piece of junk? Ayya!
The
So we're going to cut it here,
Yes.
here to here.
Yes. And here, cut it here along this line, so that line is
Has to be straight.
Straight.
Straighto. Then it has to bend all the way down there.
Sweaty knees, you know.
Sweaty knees from the
pillow.
dirty pillow from Martin.
Pillow.
So we marked it here and there. So that you have to cut it here straight, like really straight, otherwise it looks like shit. So I don't know, is this straight?
Straight enough.
Straight enough? Maybe a little bit much more than not enough, eh? Yeah. Hey, aye.
So here we go, trying to cut this nice and straight.
So we cut it off. Oh, it looks pretty straight, I think. Maybe. Let's see if it fits.
Straight enough.
Straight enough. As straight can be.
No.
And? Yeah. It's not too bad.
So now it's time to cut the top part, and we do it while it's on the car. So we know that the cut is going to be on the same place where we have to weld the two pieces together.
Trying to see if it fits now. Maybe we need to do a little bit of adjustments here and there, but it's looking pretty good. So let's take a closer look. Hiya! Look at this. This is looking good. This is like perfect. Look at this. Look. I'm actually really happy with that result. How about you, Ka?
Perfect.
Very good, very good.
Very good.
Very good. Martin's work on his Golf.
For spot welding.
So this tool makes holes into the panel, so it's easy to make spot welds. With spot welds you weld two panels together which are on top of each other rather than on the edge, and joining them together through the edge. So you're joining them together through these holes and they get stuck. Or not. But somehow these spot welds don't seem to stick.
Kak.
So what's happening? What's going on? So the welds were not sticking because either it wasn't clean enough under or the metal wasn't good enough anymore. So we decided to add more holes to create more spot welds. And hopefully this works, otherwise we have to take this whole thing off again. So this seems to have done the trick, and now we're ready to weld in the rest. Hammering the panel into shape. And some more welding. Not bad. Not bad at all. Happy. We're roughing up the surface, making it ready for the next phase.
Done.
It's looking good. That is looking good. Okay, so we've welded the new part in. And it's time to add some putty to it. I think it's called that putty. I don't know, plamuur in Dutch. So that's the next step. So we're gonna put it on. We gotta sand it down, make it nice and smooth, and hopefully it looks a lot better. Putty training.
Or bondo.
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 Bondo. Yeah, bondo. Hey. So we're gonna put it on here. Here. What's that?
Hardener.
Hardener.
Straight and hard.
Normally it's blue. So how do you know how much you have to put on the hardener or in? Doesn't matter.
2%.
2%, give or take.
Approximately.
Maybe 2%, maybe more. I hope you did it right. Looks professional. This is also how you fry rice in the wok.
In the wok.
In the wok. Fry rice. So with the body filler on, we're going outside to sand it because there will be a lot of dust. And it starts to rain right away. So we can feel that there's a little bit of a dent here. We probably think it's because of the heat generated when we were welding, so then add a little bit more putty to it. By adding body filler into the dent, we can sand it down and make it nice and smooth. So it's time to sand it down now, make it nice and smooth, ready for whenever we're gonna paint it, but we also need to do all the other sides, but we're starting here. So with this process we add body filler and then feel if it's like nice and smooth. If it's not, we have to add more body filler, sand it down and repeat the process over and over again until we are happy with the result. And this is just the start of our project, so if you like what we're doing, hit that subscribe and like button. It will help us a lot. And it will also help you keep track of this project. So we're not finished yet today. We put on the putty and we sanded it a lot, but there's still like a couple of things that we want to smooth out. So, but it's dark outside already. It's late. We're gonna continue another day. You can see Ka is putting some primer on to, well, at least like cover some of the parts so they don't rust anymore. But we can sand it off, and we can do another layer of putty and sanding it another time. So yeah, we're gonna continue soon with this. So yeah, that's a lot of primer.
Zo ben je wel gekomen.
The more we go there, we can see it's like getting a little bit worse. So we have to keep removing more and more, and then